And we are live. Welcome to Fun in the Country Basement. I am Chris Riley. I'm on YouTube. This is my channel today, so hopefully you're here and you already know who I am. But if not, that's me. And I'm joined by Glenn and Walter, as usual, almost every week. And I'll let Glenn go ahead and introduce himself.
Awesome. Well, I am Glenn from Fun King 3D, and we are a father and son sometimes, and father and great big printer sometimes. Channel. We do 3D printing and electronic projects, and we can be found everywhere at Fun King 3D.
Oh, does that mean it's my turn?
Walter's turn.
Yeah, I'm Walter, Kuntry 3D. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Kuntry 3D. We tinker, we print, and we build stuff using 3D printers and whatever the hell else we can find, including other 3D printers. Right now, I'm fighting 3D printers.
That's how it works. All right, let's run down the chat here real quick. Elvis Online is here. Welcome. Trolling for Dollars. John is here. Cool Daddy Cars. Welcome. Nappin. Mart is here. Walter's here. Play Death is here. Glenn May is here. Uncle Ron is here. Welcome, Uncle Ron. Christopher Maschik, welcome. Bryce, welcome. Britt Hawks is here. Sean Gould is here. Eggy the Tech is here. Hello. Johan, I think I worked on something with him the other day. Hello, welcome to the stream. Carl Brown is here. Scott Latine is here. Hello, Scott. How are you? Chris Goulat is here. Hopefully I didn't screw that up too bad. Tom, the 3D Printing Llama. 3D Medic Vince is here. Patrick Nugent is here. Matt UK is here. Hello, Matt. Matt printed Eddie, the Iron Maiden mascot, which was totally awesome. Jake from State Farm is here. Matt. Camille is here. 3D Gusner. Casa del Wacos Tony is here. Amy is here. Hello. Sholm is here. Hi, Sholm. John Cook is here. Robbie Mac Skolda. Hack Monkey Scott. Hello. Papa's Projects. I still need to get with Scott. Hack Monkey. A whole bunch of other people. Joseph, Bob S, Tim Wood. I have no idea how to say that name. Welcome. Miguel. Poppy Ron is here. Tristan. RWS1111 is here. Hello. And Kindle just joined. So a whole bunch of people in the chat. Welcome everyone to our weekly 3D printing chat.
How hard do you suppose it would be to write an API, and this is really kind of geared towards Walter over there, Mr. Programmer, that would interface with YouTube to give us a list of the people who have chatted? You know what I mean? Like, so that you don't have to try to figure out, oh, did I say that person already? Like, just have it generate as the thing goes live. Have it generate a list of people who have said something in the chat.
So unique names, basically?
Yeah, just, you know, like just a list. I mean,
well, Nightbot already does that for giveaways. I would think we could just tweak that a little to get a list.
Well, I'm sure there's an API out there that gives you the chat. So then it's just a filtering on that list that it gives you. So,
well, Chris is right though, because Nightbot does filter that for giveaways. So we could fake a giveaway with Nightbot, and it would give us a list of everybody that would make it easier. These hangouts are getting larger and larger. You know, it's like it's only 2 hours stream, and the first 45 minutes is us saying hi to everybody in the chat. But I don't want to stop doing that, you know?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, because it'd probably be easier to use Nightbot because it's a separate program you'd have to run on your machine. Because, you know, you have to tell Nightbot that it can log in as you and manage your account and all that stuff.
Right, yeah, you have to give it mod access.
Yeah. And you would have to do that with any application that did that touches your YouTube account.
Yeah. Ryan, Mr. Butcham is here. Hello.
Oh, wow. Look at there. There it is right there. You can do that already in the chat. If you click the top little buttons up there and say participants. There you go. Look how easy that was.
Oh, look at that.
No way.
We will start
using how easy that was.
Who said that? Who said that? Who
Trolling for Dollar.
Yeah,
we gotta give him something.
Yeah.
There you go, John.
Yeah, we got to find a prize for you. That's awesome. Maybe we can get you a roll of filament or something. That is awesome. So let's see. How did Fun King's week go? The Prusa broke again. I think the heat cartridge went out in it this time, and I haven't poked at it yet. But so that broke, and then what else? Oh, I got the hitch installed on the car, so we're ready to tow a trailer for. We're gonna take a trailer to Gainesville Maker Faire, even though it's like an hour and a half from here, but it'll be a dry run because really it was more important for Murph. Yesterday I spent the day building a crate for the FK1, and for those of you who have seen the FK1, you know it's large. Wait till you see the crate. And then I built it up on sawhorses, and I technically built it upside down. So there's going to be there's a 3/4 inch piece of plywood for the bottom that the printer sits on, and it will have caster wheels on it so that I can roll it right into the shows. But my idea is you were going to undo 4 toggle clamps, and then 2 people were going to lift the top of the crate off the printer, which is great if it's not me and my wife. The crate, when she was standing next to it, the crate was like here. And I'm like, all right, I need you to now lift that about 3 feet in the air. And she's like, there's no way. And it's heavy. It's pretty much 3 sheets of 7/16 inch OSB.
Wow.
It's not full sheets, but it's got to be at least 2.5, and then it's got 1x4s on all of the corners. So I came up with another plan, and I executed that today, and it worked out pretty well. And that is that one of the long sides now hinges up over the top like this. So like it'll swing up and over, and then we'll only have to lift it up high enough to move the crate off to the side, and then we'll be able to take the printer up out of there. So, but I think if I have to ship it, I believe that this crate will be sufficient for shipping. So, you know, if I don't know if I shipped it to Uncle Ron at the end of the year, and then I could just fly up for New York Maker Faire.
There you go. Uncle Ron is my mule for Murph this year, so I'm shipping him all my stuff, and he's going to bring it.
Nice.
Yeah. Including our FKB stuff. So if we lose Ron, we lose everything.
Well, that's true anyway. Uncle Ron is very important at these shows. He's my security. There's a lot going on in the chat. Let's see. Carl from Naked Designs wants that just cracks me up. Knack 3D wants to know if Walter and I seen the link that he sent us with the Q&A that he did at Printed Solid with the White Knight. I actually watched some of that live today in between doing stuff, so that was pretty awesome. I didn't see the link that you had sent, but I did get to watch part of that live. Chris, how are things going with Snappy printing itself?
It's over there grinding away. Each one of these parts takes 18 hours. So
holy crap!
Yeah, so it's going slow.
Tony says that we have created an empire.
Scott's driving to Murph so he could take stuff for me. That'd be all right.
Girl said crate, aka shipping container. Pretty much so. Yeah, it was $100. It was $100 worth of lumber to build it, but now I know my baby will be safe.
Yeah, lumber prices are ridiculous.
Well, and you can't get flat lumber.
No.
Plywood and OSB are manufactured, and it's still not straight. And then I found out OSB is not actually 4x8. It's actually like a 1/4 inch shy.
Right.
Each direction. It's like, you cheaters. It's bad enough that they went from, 1/2 inch to the 1/4 15/16 or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
the 32/64s, and you know, it's like, come
A
on.
lot of that stuff is spot on metric.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I've run across a lot of it that is exactly 18 millimeters or something. I've actually played around with that a bit.
Huh. Yeah, the only one that you get your bang for the buck is MDF. MDF actually comes like a 1/2 inch large each direction, because they know you're going to bang the crap out of the edges of it before you ever make anything out of it.
All the corners are already broken anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Poppy Ron said, Uncle Ron, you're needed down here for Gainesville. I thought he was showing up. I thought he was going to be here on Friday to help me load. That's the one thing I haven't figured out yet, is how to get the FK1 down the stairs to the crate. And I think the way that it's going to have to happen is I think that I'm going to have to strap it to the bottom of the crate like it's going to be, and then use the hand truck underneath that, you know, tilt it up like a refrigerator and take it down the stairs.
I'm so glad you built a giant 3D printer.
Yeah. Well, you know, at least for the first couple years, it'll be rough. But after that, it'll probably never leave here. So.
Well, the boys just got to grow faster, and then you won't have to worry about it at all.
That's right. They can carry it down.
That's right.
For your casters, use trailer tongue jacks so you can crank it to desired height. Yeah, but that's only like, you only get like 12 inches out of that or whatever. So
Someone asked a question about Ender 3 beds. Chuck would probably be a better guy to he probably already has a video on something like that. But there's really not much you can do about the bed anyway. If it's low or if it's bent, replacing it's about all you can do. I have bent them back in a vise, but I do not recommend it.
no, I tried to figure out when with Taserface with the E12, it was bowl shaped, low in the middle, and I tried to, like, I used stacks of paper and tried to push it in the middle just to kind of flex it and get it to, it was too rough. It just wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Carl, I actually watched the video. You guys taking that out of the car and putting it on the table. How much does it weigh, Carl? Do you know? Oh.
SD cards wanting to format every time you put it back in Windows. It depends what's on it. So most of the time, if Windows suspects that it's got a boot partition or Linux or something on it, yeah, it throws a fit about it. But if it's just files, no. Like, you know, if it's G code or something like that, no, I haven't experienced that. Maybe it doesn't like it.
Yeah, if it's ever been in a Raspberry Pi and you know, like if you have Raspbian on it and you put it back in Windows, Windows definitely will want to format it and then likely fail.
Yeah.
You know what? I found the easiest solution to that, because I had one that I had Octoprint on, and I went to format it and Windows wouldn't format it. It kept telling me it was a bad card. I put it in my old digital camera and formatted it in my digital camera, and then it was fine.
Very nice.
So there's a little tidbit for everybody. Uncle Ron said he's in a chili cook-off contest next Saturday. That's why Gainesville couldn't fly. Psh, that is a terrible excuse. I am way more important than that. And Uncle Ron, my wife, says hello. I mean, I guess she said hello to everybody, but
Ron's the most specialist.
yes.
Scott, rip wrap firmware review next. I like to think that I already did rip wrap, but I really didn't do rip wrap. So I put it on a duet, but that doesn't really count. So, so I guess, yeah, I got to do rip wrap next.
Carl, it was Chris. Chris was filming you. I think it was Chris. If you open Disk Manager in Windows, you can destroy the partition and format it from there. That's a good thought. I never thought about that. Windows sucks. Amen. Pretty much anything with the word Microsoft in it. I would go strictly Linux if I could get away with it, but it is too hard for some of the apps I need. In fact, the app that I use for work, the program I use for work, absolutely will not run under Linux no matter what you do. Of course, it barely runs under Windows. One of these days, they're going to write a 64-bit version of it. They've been promising it for like 5 years now. So I went to the big Harbor Freight today, and I got some of these.
Ooh,
Pretty awesome.
yeah.
You guys have never played with these. These are fun. But my plan is to put these in the crate so that when I set the printer in there, I'll actually be able to latch it down, and it'll just press the frame down. And then when it's time to take it out, flip it up and take the printer out. I didn't want to have to use any tools to get it in and out of the crate.
We used to weld those down to things. They were cheap enough you could just weld them in place and use them.
They're like $5.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Sorry. I think I got it all straight now.
Ashley J, you are very welcome. I'm glad the videos helped. I'm sure your printer is awesome. I love Windows. The best way to see what's outside.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah, you know, I've tried to go all Linux before. It's still just a little bit too hard.
Yeah, there's just certain stuff that will not run properly or at all.
Jake from State Farm, it automatically does that now. You don't have to do the manual expand anymore.
Hey, I will tell you, I'm getting better at this SLA thing.
Good deal.
And just for general knowledge, I did not know this, but you know, I did the another unicorn and it failed. Here, let me swap over. Let me show this. But I did a unicorn, like this horse I have here because I cut the horn off of this one. But I hollowed it out in Mesh Mixer like you're supposed to do, and then I brought it into the slicer and I said, okay, generate supports, right? So it generated supports inside the horse.
Did you say mess mixer?
Yeah, apparently it needed supports inside for the back. So it generated them. So I had to go back and re-slice. You live and learn.
Well, that's how we learn everything, by just doing it.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest learning curve, Walter?
It's just doing it over and over and over again. And it's not, the thing is, it's not like an FDM printer where you can watch it and go, okay, that's screwed up, so I'm going to stop and start again.
Right.
You know, so you have to wait. If you're not using clear resin, then you have to wait until your model gets up out of the resin. Or, you know what I mean? So you can't.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you can't like, let me see if the first layer works. It just doesn't work that way. So that's an issue. Hold on, I got to swap back. I forgot. That's an issue. And then learning where and how to put the supports. Because this software that I'm using for the Creality, it builds those scaffold supports. When you get them close together, it links them all. And there's no way to cut that off. And if you're not careful, like the middle of that scaffold or something can be touching a part of your model. And then when you get it out, you're like, oh crap, I got to cut that off. And it's really, really hard to get it off without damaging your model.
Yeah, I would think that would be the most difficult part, is trying to get your mind wrapped around how to support it.
Well, once you've done a couple and you see how they fail, you actually learn. You're like, okay, you step through and you go, okay, that's going to be printing in midair. There's nothing there, so I need a support, you know, to hang it from, because it's basically you're hanging it from it.
Right.
So like if you've got a leg over here that starts or whatever, but the belly goes up like so, that belly needs a support in the middle. And I normally put a couple on each side of it, but you know what I mean? So you start to learn. That is one of the biggest learning curves.
Yeah, I really didn't know anything about SLA until we did it. Like we sat down and actually opened the printer up and started printing. I wasn't even aware of how it worked. You know, what I remember the first moment that I realized that it was upside down inside there. I'm like, whoa, you know, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, I showed these on my channel the other day, but here, let me pull it this way. You see this little bitty piece I've got right here? Oh wait, no, I didn't transition yet. I got to use studio mode correctly. There you go. This is a clear piece for my Stargate that snaps inside of the chevron, so that when you turn the lights on for the chevrons, it goes through.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I put a picture on Twitter the other day. I don't know if you saw it. It was a whole bunch of them. One of the things I don't like is that, like, when I showed them, they were perfectly clear. They were so cool. Then I put a Curum in front of the UV light, and they turn this yellowish color.
Mm.
Not yellow, but they have that tint to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of the difference between an LED white bulb and an incandescent white bulb, you know?
Right.
So, Scalda asked me, had I used the Slick 3R PE with my SLA yet? I have not. Slick 3R again. I can't help it. Glenn has nasal problems.
Allergies.
Yeah, I know, right? But no,
Chinese lumber.
The problem is that I'm thinking that this uses a proprietary file format. I've tried different slicers, and they all make different formats, and none of them print on this printer. So, you know, I think it would be super cool if I could, like, flash the firmware on this printer to a standard SLA, or it's not SLA. This is an LED printer. This is not DLP. I don't think. If it is, it's a very small DLP. You know, the projector is really, really small. Yeah. I'm thinking it's an LED. So this, I keep saying DLP, but it's an LED. And if I could flash the firmware on this board with something that's more standard, because the way it works is pretty standard. There's nothing special about the way it works. It's just their slicer, their software. And I think I could do even better if I could do that. Now, they have come out with a bigger one. It's got a, 230 by 230 build plate by 250.
Huh.
It's the LD003. I'm begging Reality to send me one of those. I mean, because you think about it, with a 230 by 230 or 230 by 210, I can't remember the build platform. I mean, you can pretty much print whatever you can print on a Prusa.
Anycubic i3 Mega is for the money, it's awesome. It's super consistent. I set it up over there, and I just hit print, and then when it cools down, the part, you don't have to peel the part off. It just falls right off, and then you hit print again. I mean, it for $300, it's real impressive. Okay, well, MK3S, let's bring that up. So they're not really changing that much. I mean, so they have a manual / optical filament sensor now, and they're going to upgrade to Gates belts, and they've switched a few things around. But I mean, it's not, like the Mark IIs upgrade, when they switched from Mark II to Mark IIs, there were a few more things in there, like, they switched to U-bolts, and they did a few more things different. I think the 3S is more of a play to just to get that MMU to work more consistently. Thoughts?
I actually kind of agree with that.
Check this out. Did you get your email already, Chris?
Yeah.
Did you try to get it yet?
No, I have not.
Yeah, the site crashed.
Yeah, it kind of happens to Prusa every time they bring out something.
But I want to go over here. I want to read that again, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I read it again, that everybody who has the MMU2S gets a voucher for the MK3S upgrade along with it.
That's
you
correct.
get everything that's in the MK3S.
That's correct.
The extruder parts. You don't get the belts and stuff like that.
Really? But that's not what it says, though.
Oh, okay. Well, then I am mistaken.
It says every current owner. Okay, hold on.
Well, I think you get whatever is in the upgrade kit.
Yes. And it does say in the email, it says the extruder parts.
Yeah,
but
I went in and looked at the kit. I was going to order it and then kind of opted not to because, again, the shipping is so gnarly. I don't get it for free. But I just didn't want to pay the shipping right now with the other monies going out because of Maker Faire and Murph.
But what I was saying is in one of the emails, it says you do not need to upgrade to the MK3S. You will get all the parts for the MK3S upgrade with your MMU2S upgrade. It didn't, in that particular article or whatever it was I read, they didn't specify that it was extruder only. So, and Iron Joe says if you hadn't upgraded to the Gates belts, you're not getting the most out of it anyway.
Alrighty.
Well, Gates is a name brand belt. I don't know if you know much about Gates.
Yeah, because they make car belts and timing belts for cars.
Yep.
Yeah, and they've been doing it a long time. The problem is they've been sold. That it's no longer the Gates company that you knew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's owned by somebody else now. So
There was two people that
Amazon.
There was two people that made good belts. It was Gates, and I cannot remember the name of the other company.
Oh, I can't either, man. It's been a long time. I was 17 last time I worked in a parts store.
I never worked in one, but I felt like I lived in one for quite a few years.
My uncle owned one, so of course I worked in it in high school.
That's back when they had brand new Model T parts.
Yeah, there you go, Daco. Well, I mean, Gates belts is why wouldn't they use them? Because they probably cost a dime more than the ones they did use.
Right. Well, they're actually the GT2 Gates GT2 belts weren't really that easy to come by because I looked at it for this thing, and I was having a hard time sourcing them.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a genuine one, or owned a genuine one. I want the Gates belts that they use on the mowers that are green. I want to put those on my printer.
Yeah, right. Those are kind of stiff, Chris.
A little bit, but hey.
Well, that's like I don't know if it's true anymore, but the police interceptors and stuff always used to have radiator hoses. They were kind of a bluish green color, and they were far less likely to ever blow, but they don't sell them. They don't sell them normal.
Yeah,
it was just for police application.
Let me see if I can get my Prusa upgrade. Somebody said they just got through.
Give it a couple of days and you'll be able to get right through.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Warcocky is here with all of the Prusa info. They only uses official Gates belt, but that's going forward, though, right, Chris? They weren't using those up until now, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it went back down again.
Well, it's likely going to be hit and miss, Walter. I mean, if the server's busy, you're going to get locked out while somebody else is in there. You just got to hope that you get a haul.
He says they've been doing it since last fall. So there you go.
Hey, Glenn, Hardman wants to know what printer you're building.
This would be the Fun King 3D FK1. I'm not actually building it right now because I'm using masking tape. I promise it's built a lot better than that. If you go to funking3d.com/FK, I think it's FK-1. It's either FK1 or FK-1, one or the other. You'll see a little bit of a rundown. But yeah, it's 400 by 1200 by 475, which actually the 475 is going to become a little bit larger in the near future. I've decided that I'm going to 4 lead screws instead of the 2. But I've also decided that the lead screws are going to be belt driven to each other on like each side. So like the left side will only run one motor and the right side will only run one motor. Because these motors are plenty powerful enough, and that'll save me from having to put the Do-X card on there. My brother James is in the house. Saying hello to Drunkle Ron.
There's a lot of parts to this Stargate and DHD. This is just the buttons for the DHD, or this is just one ring of the buttons for the DHD.
That's a lot of work for a Stargate, man.
It is, man, but you know what? I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's the kind of project that you do just kind of in between other stuff.
I'm loving it, though, man. Come on. Come on, really?
Red Light's here. Hello, Red Light. How are you?
How cool is that going to be, Chris?
Oh, pretty sweet.
And Playdeaths is working on a new piece for it. And hopefully it will work. If we get that to work, this thing is going to be epic. I'm telling you. Casa del Huacos, if you just go to Thingiverse and say, look for working DHD, that's all you got to look for. And it'll tell you.
The spacing between the 2 screws on each side will be about 300 millimeters. That was to Colin, by the way.
Next.
So this Creality CR10S Pro, which I like it a lot. It prints well. But it seems to always default to the same speed. And it's not directly compatible with some of the features of Octoprint, oddly enough. I had to, somebody wrote a Python script that I had to put in there to get it to feed the temperatures back to Octoprint. But it just seems like it won't go over a certain speed. No matter what I set, it just seems to print really slow. It took 30 hours to print 50 of these little Makeys, which I can run a Makey in about 9 minutes on this thing. And this isn't fast.
Are you slicing with Slicer?
Yes, I am actually.
Is your setting on Marlin or on riprap?
I don't know. I will have to check that to confirm it.
Switch it over to riprap, because if you don't, it'll force the speed on you.
Let me look real quick because now I'm really curious.
Yeah, they changed that a couple versions back where they automatically load all the speed constraints for the person machine if you set it to Marlin. I put in a thing. I put in something on GitHub about that being an issue, and they said, "Well, why would you ever want to change it?" I'm like, well, because I have to run 30 machines.
It is set to reprap.
Okay, well then, yeah, then it shouldn't force the speed on you then.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, And even like, well, the night that I was unboxing it and playing with it and stuff, and everybody in the chat was like, make it go faster, and we were upping it to like 500%, and it wasn't changing.
Huh. It must be some firmware constraints in the feed rate or something. Chris Wakaki, $20. Keep making great content, humans. All right. Will do. Thank you very much.
Oh, now we got to start making great content. we were just getting by with this mediocre content.
I was going to say mediocre content takes me all week.
I'm telling you, like 2 minutes worth. What the hell was that? Come on.
You know the worst part. Okay, so as we all like transparency here. So the worst part about that video, when I decided, hey, this would be kind of funny, I thought, well, great, this will be easy content. I'll get out of doing a lot of work on this one. That was the longest video to make that I've probably, like, top 3, because I had so many failures. I mean, I thought it would just print better than that. The prints that I had already done looked pretty good. So I'm like, well, I'll just put it on there, run a time lapse, make a quick video. I'll be done with it. Oh, no, this was the biggest fight that I've had in months. So there you go. You try to make something easy to buy you some time, and then you end up missing a video schedule because of that.
Tristan said maybe it's limited in the firmware, Ibrahim. Carl said there's a line in the config G file that restricts acceleration.
Yeah, it's probably just, I mean, feed rate is probably set to like 100 or something. Yeah,
in the firmware, you mean?
Yeah. But you can, it'll probably take an M503 and dump it out, and you can run a M203 to change it to the 201 or 203. One's feed rate and one's acceleration.
The other thing that's really weird about this is as soon as I plug in the USB, the interface fires up on this machine, like even if it's off. So like I don't leave it plugged into the Pi. I don't just leave it on because the power supply fan is really loud. Oh, now if I can remember what the IP address is.
Yeah, I end up, so yeah, they're talking about Slick 3R forces
Slicer?
Yeah, Slicer forces linear advanced on you and things like that. I have a completely different set of configs that I use to get out of that scenario. There you go, Nappin. Thank you. 201 is acceleration. 203 is feed rate.
Yeah, I got it first try. All right, let's see.
Maker Geek is changing their name. I didn't hear about that one.
Oh yeah, to what? Filament Geeks, or to, I don't know, rip you off again later?
So I told my wife I was going to drive down there and just offer to buy the business. Just like knock the keyboard out of their hands. I'll show you how to do this.
All right, so M503, right?
Yeah, just dump it out and see what it says.
I should have suppressed all this other stuff.
Cue Glen Ranch. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I know. They're wasting a lot of good filament extrusion equipment.
What am I looking for in here?
You got a 201 or a 203?
I have a 203 X300 Y300 5 E25. Yeah, maximum feed rate.
Yeah, max feed rate is what you want. What were the numbers again?
300X and 300Y, 5 on the Z, and 25 on the extruder.
Yeah, that's what Marlin comes with out of the box.
And then I have a 201 of 500, 500, 100, extruder of 5,000.
Yeah, that's probably the problem. Well, I mean, 500 Excel isn't super low. I mean, I don't know.
It just seems, and maybe I'm wrong. It just seems really slow. That shouldn't have taken 30 hours to print 50 of those.
No.
It should have taken 8 hours at best. Like Knappen said 500's a bit low. He runs 1,000.
Yeah, I think stock it sets everything to 3,000. I'd have to go look again, but yeah, I mean, but I mean that's just acceleration.
Later, Chris.
See you later, Chris.
Bye, Chris. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for the tip. We miss you too. Yeah, I mean, you jump it up. You could probably take it to 3,000 if you wanted to, but
all right. So M201. Be helpful if I was in the box. M201. X 3,000, Y 3,000.
yeah, try that. Aaron Field, awesome. I'm glad it worked.
It says, "Oh, why are you crazy?" And then M500 to save it, right?
Yeah, if it'll let you save it.
Yeah. Carl said that you got to make sure you're doing it in millimeters per minute, not second, because on the Duet, it's minute.
Yeah. Reality is all Marlin, so it'll be second.
Well, I was going to say this is the CR10, not that.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay.
FK1,
thinking FK1, yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep these. I know I'm sitting with this one, and that one's behind me, but I need that thing to pump out Makeys faster. It says settings stored.
There you go. Yeah, give that a try. Yeah, Knappen, I've run stuff like that in start code before. Not with acceleration and feed rate, with speed settings like that, but I have had issues running it in start code with things like offsets. Sometimes it just doesn't want to play correctly for some reason. And maybe it was just the versions I was currently running or I had a bad mix of something. But I've had a few inconsistencies running it in start G code, which doesn't make any sense. But.
All right. Got to fix the first couple of layers. Settings. Config. Where am I at? Sorry, I'm still working on this. I got the cube down to where everything but the first couple of layers is really good. It's only the first couple of layers now that are giving me issues, and I think that's my height, that trigger height I was talking to you about earlier.
Yeah.
I think I'm squishing those first couple layers of plastic, just squishing them together. And I really got to get this running before Murph. Well, and to those people that told me to run more than one printer, I currently have 1, 2, 3 running. And as soon as I get the Hypercube running, there will be 4 running. Trying to get all of the parts to the Stargate and try to get it built before Murph. Don't know if that's going to happen. I'm waiting on stuff from Australia. Playdeath is sending me a package from England. So I did get the motors in today. I got 2 brand new NEMA 17s to go on the Stargate today. So, and on the Bear conversion, for those of you, and we're going to talk about it in depth tomorrow, I went ahead and ordered. Chris, I don't know how much you know or you've done before. On the Prusa style machines, all the Prusas run with no couplers. Mm-hmm. So I went ahead and ordered 2 motors that don't have couplers on them with the integrated lead screws. Yeah. I think that'll help in the long run. But got these 2 brand new NEMA 17s from Stepper, what is it? Stepper, whatever online?
Steppers Online, yeah.
Steppers Online, yeah. Got those.
Cool. How to get so the i3 Mega. The i3 Mega is awesome. I don't have any upgrades planned for it right now, but the only thing I know that it needs is some more part cooling. It could use a touch more part cooling because it doesn't do the small areas very well. It doesn't stack them nice and neat. Bed size requirements for Snappy. I think you could probably do it on a 150 cubed. I think you could probably get it done. The tallest part is the Z-Rod, and they're 2 pieces. So I think you could do 150 cubed on it for a Snappy. Sergio is building LAC table enclosures today. I talked to him about that this morning. Those are always fun.
Robert Reynolds wants to know how many printers you can run on a 20 amp circuit. I was running 3 the other day at the same time on a 20 amp circuit, but it's really going to depend on the printer.
Yeah, it depends on the size of the heated bed, basically.
Yeah, this one only 1.
Yeah. I can run 5 or 6 all at the same time pretty easy. Cura 4, you're getting gaps between the walls.
There's a setting for that.
Yeah, there's overlap or what, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but there is a setting for that.
What, in the there's a detect thin walls?
No. There's a setting in Cura that makes it
don't use Cura.
That makes it like lap in the fill.
I got you.
To the edge, to the perimeter.
Yeah, I want to say there's like a percentage or something.
I don't do Cura, so yeah, I got you. I'm out.
I don't know what it is about Cura that I don't like. It seems cumbersome for some reason. But again, I'm biased toward, you like what you like, right? But it just seems a little, I don't know. Maybe it's just because my machine doesn't run it very well. Plus, it's Ultimaker, and they're just so smug. I'm joking. The Ultimaker people are very nice.
I don't know if I've ever talked to anybody from Ultimaker, but they make pretty nice stuff.
They do make nice stuff. Stuff that I cannot afford.
What's up, TK? I think that on the TiVo, I just about have the slicer Slick 3R settings dialed in.
I'm going to write software so that every time you guys say Slick 3R, it fills in something else. Like bucket of goat blood or something.
But get really creative, though. Yeah.
You know what's really funny, Glenn? You know exactly what we're talking about. But if I say I was using that slicer the other day, you have no idea.
No. Wait a minute. Not using the slicer. I was using the slicer the other day. If you say I was using slicer the other day, then I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
It's not the slicer. It's just slicer.
Well, But Cura's got Slicer in the name, right? It's Cura Slicer.
No, it's Cura, a slicing software.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
no, it's
and
Slick
my name
3R, dude.
Yeah, and my name is Chris Riley without the on the front.
Well, that's why we don't say iced when we look at IC3D, right? Like I wanted to do.
Some people do.
Right.
And then I have to correct them.
Some people would be wrong.
And then there was the comment about, calling Simplify 3D simplified. And I thought, well, that's fine. Shout out to Simplify 3D. What about the Jetman?
Again, it would be wrong.
I should replicate a 101 hero. Jeez. That acrylic, if you get that acrylic from Tap Plastic, just a couple of days. I think I got it in less than a week. No, I never printed the second winder. Tom, the 3D printing llama, made a filament winder for samples, and I printed one out, and it didn't kill me. So,
was it supposed to?
Well, the first thing, so I print something out, and it's a filament winder. So the first thing I do is hook up to my drill and hit it full blast. So.
All right. I think my next goal is to get out the Monoprice Mini Select and see if I can get a Slick 3R Prusa Edition profile for it.
There you go.
Write your own profile. Quit being a wimp.
I am going to write my own profile. That's what I did with the TiVo.
You said you wanted to see if you could get a profile for it.
Yeah, I meant get one together.
Yeah, I copied all the settings for this CR10 out of the one that they sent for Cura. That would be a good software app that somebody should write is where you suck in a profile and then you tell it what you want it to output, and it outputs it for the right program.
There you go.
That could be worth something.
I thought they did have one of those.
Well, I won't say that there isn't, but...
Huh.
Justin wants to know, what did I end up doing with Taserface? And again, that wasn't the E10, it was the E12. And I drive a really large dually pickup truck, so I wedged it up under the back wheel, and I just ran it over. God, that would have been so much fun. Why didn't I think about that? That would have been so much fun. No, I passed it on to a new owner. It is no longer Taserface. It is now the Frown King. And it is Tom, the 3D printing llama, that now has that psychotic piece of crap printer.
Later, Edge of Tech.
Yeah, Joe calls it Slicer PE, and I'm waiting for Prusa to just change the name altogether.
Yeah, to like Plicer.
Put a Prusa on it and let's call it a day.
Prus Slicer.
Yeah. Using Slicer Slick 3R versus Slick 3R PE. I still have it, and they're still developing it. There was a new version that came out not too long ago, but PE is still a lot better. PE's got a lot more features in it.
Well, he's got more money to pour into it. I mean, he's got more money to pay the development team.
Yeah, he's got dedicated developers.
Right.
Hey, I do want you and Glenn both to do me a favor, Chris. The next time I'm going to have a giveaway and I say I'm doing it worldwide, slap the crap out of me and tell me no.
What's that?
I said the next time I'm doing a giveaway and I say I'm going to do this worldwide, slap the crap out of me and say stop.
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well.
Well, yeah, I went to the post office to I only had one thing, one 3D pen that I had to send overseas, right? Those 3D pens are what, 30, 34 bucks or something like that?
Probably.
Something of that. It was $43 to send it to Norway. Or yeah, it was Norway. I think Poland. That's where it was at. Poland.
You could have just ordered one and got the free shipping and had a drop ship and still had the pen.
Listen, I have Amazon Prime in the UK. I probably could have bought it on Amazon Prime cheaper and had it free shipping to Poland.
Yeah, and then you would have had ones to give away at Murph, which
Well,
we need to figure that out too.
I've still got 3.
We got to figure out what we're going to give away at Murph. Mario, I guess now formerly of Robo, has offered me up a Olsen Ruby nozzle to give away. So we will have that.
Ooh.
I said, if you're going to give it away, let's do it some way, like do it a fun way, not just, here's a giveaway. Let's do it fun. I said, we'll give it away as part of the FKB at Murph.
Nerd Girls is talking about your printer there, Glenn.
That is the Fun King 3D FK1. Let me get the link to it. I used to be able to play a commercial. I don't know. Can I play the commercial?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
On Google Hangouts, it won't have any sound.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't play the music, but that's okay. I don't even know if I still have it in here. No, because I wiped out my OBS.
Oh.
But I will find the link because it's funking3d.com and it's either FK-1 or never remember. No, apparently it is just. Oh, well, it would help if I actually put the F in Fun King.
Aaron Field, yeah, there you go. TK's got it.
There's the link to the page about the FK1. It just kind of it's not been updated in a while, so it might say some things that aren't true, but that gives you a little bit of an idea of what it is. No, I put the fun in Fun King, not just the F.
Chris, I like those owls, man. What were those printed on?
You like these? I've been on an owl kick lately. This is Duplicator 6 or Monoprice Ultimate, and this is the Anycubic Mega S. I can probably give you a sample of that if I can find the right clicky button. Now, see, why would I have a scene on here that had nothing in it? Maybe I just slapped it together.
Philippe, most people stay at the Hampton Inn, right? Hampton Inn Goshen. I don't know if there's any rooms left there, but if you're going to look at that hotel, book it through their website. Like, go to the actual Hampton Inn website, join their loyalty program, and then it should give you a better rate than anywhere else. At least it did when I booked. Otherwise, what's the one out in the front, Walter? Was it Comfort Inn?
Yeah, I think it's the Comfort Inn. Either Comfort Inn or Quality Inn. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but
I'm booked in it. Let me look. Hold on. I'm booked in it for Friday night. Or Thursday night. Thursday night. Yeah.
Ooh, that is really overexposed. I'm really tired of webcams. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, James, Robo has decided that they're not going to manufacture their own printers anymore. They're rebadging. Oh yeah, Hack Monkey already said they're rebadging the Flash Forge.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Great.
Which is why Mario doesn't work there anymore. They laid a bunch of people off, which is really sad.
Yeah, they have to be struggling. There's my yellow owl, Walter.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, the back, you can really kind of tell on these from the back. There's a little bit of noise back there, but that thing really prints well for $300.
Yeah.
And then that's the other one. It's probably not quite as nice as the Mega, but still respectable.
Sweet. Man, that's the quality ends and sweets.
Quality ends and sweets. Yeah, and that's they're I mean, one's right in front of the other one, so
yeah, there isn't anything that's more than a block away from each other in Goshen. So
now, does the Quality Inn have free breakfast? Like
Yes.
Hampton does? Okay.
Yes.
That was probably the highlight of Murph last year was getting to just eat breakfast with everybody. Because, pretty much everybody came down at about the same time. And then we all got to sit around eating breakfast together before heading to the venue. It was pretty awesome.
Well, I enjoyed walking over there, but it was friggin' cold.
It was a little chilly.
it was a little chilly.
Not a little. I was from Florida. I took a light jacket. I did not take a heavy jacket. It was friggin' cold.
I remember it being pretty cold standing in line to get tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Red light, the yellow one is off the Anycubic Mega S, and the gray one was Monoprice Ultimate, or Duplicator 6, whichever one you want to call it.
Tim Wood 12 wants to know if there's a hotbed on this printer, and yes, very much so. Very, very hot. In fact, it's so hot it keeps my air conditioner running up here. But yeah, it's a 1/4-inch thick piece of Mix 6 aluminum plate with a 120 volt AC silicone heater, 1600 watts. Last Scott Hack Monkey knew the Super 8 still had rooms, no breakfast. He's in the Quality Inn this year. My only complaint about the tacos last year was there was no cheese. Who doesn't put cheese on a taco?
I know, right?
I'm gonna have to bring my own cheese. I'm gonna have to bring my own cheese this year.
Clint shows up with a baggie of cheese.
I can sell it. I can be like standing there selling little baggies of cheese.
All right, so Glenn's your go-to guy for a giant 3D printer, taco cheese, and cute children.
As long as you're bringing the cheese, dude, I'm not bringing my own.
They gotta have a Sam's around there. I'll just go get a great big bag of cheese.
Well, if not, there's a Walmart. You just grab a big bag from Walmart. It was really funny though. Check this out. I don't know how many of y'all have self-checkout in your Walmart. Pretty much everybody, right? The Goshen Walmart they were just starting to clear the area, and they had like the shells of the checkout counter. And the lady that works at Walmart, she's like, I don't know. I think they're putting in some robots or something. I've never seen. I don't know what they're doing over here. It's self-packing or something. I don't know.
Nice.
I was like, it's a robot. It's going to steal your job.
I went into our local Walmart today, and I hate it so much. I hate Walmart almost as much as I hate Microsoft.
Really?
Oh, God, yes.
I love Walmart.
I shop at Target. I'm upper class.
Yeah. You pay more for the same merchandise.
Yeah, I haven't been in a Walmart in years because my lovely wife does all of that shopping and I never leave the house.
I hear you. Wait. Jorge asked, how did we meet?
On YouTube chats just like this.
Just like this.
What's that?
How did we meet?
How did the three of us meet?
Yeah.
Well, I met Walter at Gainesville Maker Fair last year. I guess that's when we met in person. We kind of knew each other a little bit outside of that, but
yeah. Not much though.
What's that?
Not much though.
No,
doing
probably
anything
not
on
much.
YouTube yet.
I know that the first time I talked to Walter was in one of my chats, and I think the first time I had any interaction with Glenn was through James, I believe. Because James was but pre 100 subscribers. Like he was in the very early stages of my YouTube career.
That's all right. When you met me in person, I had less than 100 subscribers too.
Yeah, I want to say last year at Murph I had like 1,100 subscribers.
Yeah.
Last year at Murph, that was March. I would have had still about 5,000 at that time.
It's pretty funny though, because this year at Murph I'll have about 1,100. So maybe next year I'll be where Chris is at this year.
God, I'm hoping to be where Chris is someday.
I've got to make some better content though.
Well, that's my problem. I don't make enough content. It's just I got so much going on. I've been so busy with everything else, and I just can't take away from the family to do the YouTube thing. So I got to balance my schedule a little better.
Yeah, lately it's been harder and harder. I don't know why I'm struggling so much recently. But the content has been kind of hard for me to scramble lately.
Well, and you know, it's kind of funny though, Chris, because you do instructional videos, and I mean, you're pretty dependent on new things coming out.
Yeah.
And learning new ways to do things. And let's face it, I mean, this isn't the computer world. It's not like we have a new processor every 4 months.
Right.
I mean, and i3 style Cartesian printers, I don't know how much further they're going to go. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
So now a lot of it is software based and you know, peripheral stuff that you do a great job at. I actually today, God forbid, I put Octoprint back on my Prusa. For the first time, I haven't touched Octoprint in, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. And first thing I did was got on Chris Riley's channel and searched for video.
Good.
I mean, it really was, because it's the de facto, let's go do it, you know?
Yeah.
You walk through it. It's a great video. It's very informative and it's easy to follow. But the problem with that content is there's a finite amount, you know, of stuff.
Yeah, there is, and it gets. And the problem is up until now, some of that stuff I've kind of cherry picked. You know, it's like, okay, well, this wouldn't be too bad. This wouldn't be too bad, and I put a lot of the harder stuff off, like Repetire install. That was not that easy to do.
Yeah.
So now all I have left on my list is stuff that I look at and go, oh, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
Yeah, this is going to be hard.
Well, and you know, I mean, I do live content, and that's why I was like, you know what, I got to do projects. I've got to do something. I don't mind, you know, having a 2-hour chat show. I don't mind that at all. I can run my mouth for 2 hours easy. But I want people to see something and want to make something. It's like, since I've started this Stargate, dude, I've gotten so many messages. Now I've got to print one of those. Saw your video. I want to build one of those. That's cool to me, because it's making people make things. And that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's a really good feeling too.
Tim Wood wants to know about the belts across the Z-rods. Can you buy belts loop to length? Or if not, how do you join them? You can actually buy, they're called endless. They're endless belts, and you buy them based on tooth size, you know, number of teeth. There is actually one, and you guys can't see it. It's way down at the other end. There's one already on here. And there was something else that I had seen that I wanted to say thank you for, and that was Hardman says, Kuntry and Glenn, you just got a sub each. Thank you.
Thank you, Hardman. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Michael Fox asked a couple times. Yes, I did get the February Alien box. I haven't had much time to do anything with it yet.
And Red Light's being a smart mouth. I know exactly what he's talking about.
What, that you can run your mouth for 2 hours?
Yeah,
I was thinking you were going to do it right now for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Doing Clipper on a duet. Not anytime soon, my friend.
What? I missed that.
Try to run Clipper on a duet.
Oh.
There'd be some special sauce involved in that, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, after Murph, I'm thinking about ordering a Duet Ethernet and swapping it into this, which means I have to design a new electronic box, but that's fine because that gives future builders the choice of which one they want. And then putting this Duet Wi-Fi into my AM8, just because, I want the punishment of having to completely rewire that printer.
Yes, Tristan, that's what you use.
Mitchell, really, I mean, unless you just preferred Clipper, no. I mean, Duet should outclass Clipper. I mean, now I'll say that now everybody's going, no. So what I should have said was, Duet, you've already got 32-bit processing, so there's really not a lot of point to try to offload it to a Raspberry Pi.
Man.
They actually made Clipper firmware for the Duet. Really? Well, I guess, yeah, the Raspberry Pi piece, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Thank you, Hardman. Appreciate that, buddy.
Hardman, how do you pronounce that? Is it I want to say Gooby, but Goob? I don't know. Can you phonetically spell that for me? I'm almost sad to admit that I'm actually Swedish bloodline, and I can't speak any of it. I can say Fisk. that's fish, and it's only because Daniel Noré taught me that. You can print a complete battleship on that printer you're working on. Well, I'm hoping to print a very large benchy, but I have to wait now until after Maker Faire. So come Sunday, next Sunday, hopefully I'll be able to start printing the big benchy so that it's done by Murph.
So how big is that benchy going to be?
It's 989.54%. It's 475 millimeters tall.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I could compete with it even with hang printing. I don't think it'd turn out.
Well, I got to get the PEI sheet put on this bed, and I'm really not looking forward to it. But big shout out to Printed Solid. I mean, not only for sponsoring me with the PEI sheet, but anybody that needs a custom cut PEI sheet, Printed Solid is absolutely the way to go, because they don't, like, I had asked them about making me one 16 inches by 48 inches, which is the size of the bed, but they overcut it for you so that you don't have to worry about getting it perfectly straight when you lay it. Then you can go back and trim around. It's actually like, it's probably 3/4 of an inch all the way around the bed extra in size. So, and my bed is actually a 1/2 inch longer than it's supposed to be. So even then, I mean, they really set you up when they do it. So that's my push for Printed Solid today.
Yeah, I'll second that push. I've been talking with Dave a little bit back and forth, and I bought some stuff from him, and they included candy in the package, which I was really happy about.
Every time, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sponsored by anybody, nor have I been sponsored for any projects, but I would like to have a source that I just go to and buy stuff from. And there's nothing wrong. I'm going to say this, and there's nothing wrong with any of the sources that I'm getting ready to mention, like Matter Hackers. Matter Hackers is totally cool, and I'm totally fine with that. And I had been getting a lot of stuff directly from them, but there's a few things that they don't have, like that other people do. It would be nice to have a company that you had a good relationship with, that you worked with them, and you could say, hey, what do you think about you carrying this product? You know, because I buy them, you know, and oh, by the way, I will show people how to use them if you would like to sell them, you know.
Yeah,
it would be nice to be a little closer to a company like that, not even just to save me some money, but to be
able to get everything that you need from one source.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's really annoying when you go to buy stuff and like one company has 8 of what you need, but not the other 2 things, and then you got to order 2 things. So then it's double shipping. You know, I mean, Printed Solid's pretty good about doing free shippings. And Nerd Girl, it is 400 millimeters by 1200 millimeters by 475 millimeters tall.
Hey, Chris, Andre Lawyer asked me that question the other day. Is there somewhere in the advanced settings, he says a threads setting, and I don't know what I didn't know what he was talking about when he asked.
I mean, like how many threads it uses when it slices? Is that, you have to help me with that one.
That's what I didn't know either.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, Andre. If you'll if you'll clarify what you're looking for. Thank you for being here, Aaron.
I know there's a background processing in the preferences, but
yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Nerd Girl, I'm pretty sure that they've got a 500 by 500. I'll pull it up right now, but if not, they can cut you just about any size you need. I was blown away that they could cut it this big, and not only did they cut it this size, you can actually go there and select the FK1 as your printer and order a PEI sheet for this bed.
I was thinking about doing a video the other day. I get the same questions over and over, you know, that common problems that people have.
Yeah.
But there's like 10 of them, and they're really obscure questions usually. Like, so it's not like 5 things you can do to help your 3D printer. It'd be like, okay, here's 5 questions that I get every day. And it's going to be really obscure questions. I don't know. I mean, people would watch it. The subscribers would watch it, I'm sure, just because, you know, they watch the stuff. But it would be kind of an odd video. It's like, why would he answer these 5 questions?
They changed the listing. It's not called custom PEI anymore. They just have it listed as PEI, but it doesn't list the sizes anymore. I'll have to ask Matt and Dave about that. I hope they didn't stop doing customs now that I just pushed it. And the FK1's not listed in here anymore.
$128 bid to go home. Yeah, it's pretty cute, and it's 250. This is the biggest one I currently have, but I think I've done a bigger one than this even, but I don't know if it completed.
Yeah, that's bigger than my biggest. This is my biggest, and it was printed on Taser face with Maker Geeks filament, so it had a lot going wrong for it.
Yeah,
I don't even remember what the scale was on this, but it actually turned out pretty decent. One of the better prints that I got off of Taserface.
I have. Oh man, maybe I don't have that anymore. I had like the first large benchy that I ever printed on the hang printer version 2, and it looks awful, absolutely awful. But it is really big.
New T-shirt. How big is your benchy?
The 3D printing general did the evolution of 3D printing, and it goes from like just a spaghetti mess to a really nice benchy.
Yeah, I seen that.
I like that one.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna order one of those. You know those acrylic cases that you put model cars. You build your model car and then you put it in a little case and put the cover over it. I'm gonna order one of those to put my first benchies off of this in, so that people can't put their hands on them.
There you go.
That's not nice.
What? What's not nice?
You don't want people manhandling your models?
I don't want anybody touching my first benchy. It's very, very fragile. Orlando Maker Faire, I had it sitting on the bed of the printer, and the kids would reach for it, and I go, nope.
Scaring little kids, you mean old man.
Just slapping kids' hands.
Well, I had signs all over that said, like, do not touch functional printer, hot surfaces. Nobody reads. Nobody reads the signs. Even the adults were coming up and picking stuff up, and there's a sign that says, like, please ask before handling.
All right, so let's see if I go duplicate 2, 3, 4. Move. I'm working on a plate of things to take to Murph. Some Kuntry 3D goodies.
I need to make some stuff like that. I'll get around to it eventually.
Well, I've only given away 3 of these ever.
Ooh.
And I want to make some to bring to Murph. And now that I know more about what I'm doing, I think I can. So yes, they will be on the SLA. But I'm not sure how many I'm going to have because they take a while to make,
Yep.
And I can only do, what is this, 8 per bed, 8 per build plate.
Sergio, I got busy and didn't get it sent to you. You just need the roller part, the barrel part, or you need the wheel part. I can send them both to you, I guess.
Carl said, don't touch, the most ignored sign ever printed. We have a couple of things we want to bring to Murph. Well, look into these model cases. That might be a good option depending on what size the pieces are.
Both. Sergio, I would recommend too. Sergio's building those Prusa enclosures. Somebody was telling me the other day that the newest version has an adjustable spool holder. Instead of having to print different size brackets, it would run in and out for different size spools. So definitely look for the adjustable one because that would make life a lot easier.
Cholo for dollars, don't give away what it is, man. It was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, 6 foot tall Saturn V. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a pre-built box for that.
I want that machine IC3D has that replicates the parts. That thing was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a really cool tour, by the way.
Well, I could arrange for a better one for you if you weren't so tight on time.
I know, and Sean pinged me about that the other day, and I wish I
told
could
him
go.
to. I told him to bug you about it.
Yeah. We should do a stream just to have them walk around with a webcam and do a 2-hour tour. I think he could have kept going for quite a while longer.
Yeah. Glenn, I don't know about you. Are you planning on staying and going out to eat supper?
Probably not because of the drive over.
Yeah, because we're going to be in Columbus really early on Thursday, and I want to do a tour video there and go see them and say hello, and then we're probably going to head out pretty early. I'm probably not even going to stay till 6.
Well, I was going to say because of my diabetic condition, I have to eat sooner than that.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, we should be there really early because I'm planning on leaving here early Wednesday morning, and it's only 13 hours or so to Columbus, something like that for me. So we'll be there either Wednesday night or early Wednesday morning, and
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning, and then I'm just going to go visit, say hello, and whoever shows up before I leave, then I'll say hello to. But if not, I'll see most of them at Murph anyway. Cool, Drake. I will be at the Quality Inns and Suites on Thursday night, and then we'll move to the Hampton on Friday because I'm a cheapskate.
Well, it was just because you booked later and their rates had already jacked up. It's not about being cheap. It's about being smart.
Well, I'm not that either. Never been accused of that either. Okay. Yeah, the same thing on this stinking cube. What the heck would cause it to smush so bad? Let's try again. I swear I'm going to have as many cubes as Chris Riley has benchies.
I hate when you shift printers around like that, man. If I didn't, there's not enough time in the day if I'm not throwing 3D printers on stuff.
Johan said, "Arg, my filament won't stick to the bed. I used glue stick."
Yeah.
Need to know what your print surface is. Make sure it's level. And depending on what the print surface is, you're going to want to make sure it's really clean. And like TK said, yeah, if you're printing on glue, make sure it's dry before you print.
Chris, I have not been to that Maker Faire yet. I am going to go this year because IRF is later this year. So I will be able to go to that one. I don't know. Scott Hack Monkey goes to that every year, so he would be, if he's still around.
What's that?
Give you more info. There's a Kansas City Union Station Maker Faire.
Martin from 3DP Iceland is in the house.
I was on his stream for a little bit yesterday.
What's that?
But I was on his stream for a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed or not. Chris doesn't come to my streams anymore. He don't like me.
I don't come to your streams anymore.
Oh, yes, you do. You put them on in the background and then say something when it benefits you. I
actually watch more of your streams than you think I do.
Oh, I understand. But why don't you get up on Saturday morning and hit me up right when I start or something?
Who?
Chris.
Oh. I was going to say, your darn Saturday morning streams wake me up every Saturday morning. my phone unmutes at 8 a.m. And then you usually start your stream at like 8:01. So it's all of a sudden my phone unmutes and then my phone goes off. And I'm like, oh, I got to change that. I don't ever get to sleep in on Saturdays.
Let me see if this helps any. God dang it, man.
Martin, you're coming to Murph, right? Yeah, after the stream today, I want to talk to you guys a couple things about
Okay.
about the Murph.
About the Murph.
About the Murph. So I bought this really cool Velcro from Harbor Freight today. That it's like the soft side on one side and the sticky side on the other. For wrapping around here and tying things down. This stuff is really kind of cool. I mean, I'd seen it in there before and never bought any of it, but like you just cut it to whatever length you want and you have instant wraps. So cable wraps or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Hey, I got something I want to show off here. Hold on. Let me
Excellent. Swap. Martin will be at Murph.
Martin is coming to Murph.
All the way from the Iceland.
So let me go over here. Yeah, I was hoping Josh would come in because I wanted him to see this. I'm starting my bear conversion.
You gotta change cameras.
Oh, I do, don't I? Dadgummit. Transition. Let's see if we can get it to focus this time. Camera doesn't want to focus. Why? Why do they focus great one time and not the next? There it goes. Okay. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right. So I got the alien ooze in because I'm going to do an alien themed bear. And then I was thinking last night and I was like, you know what? This is not right. So let me do something a little different. Let me actually do an alien bear.
Nice.
So my first really multi-material design is the alien bear front faceplate, which it turned out pretty good. It's multi-material.
Now,
did it on MMU2.
I would not have put the alien head on there.
Why?
You should have modeled an alien head button so that the knob was the alien head.
I thought about that, but you ever heard of a UFO?
Yeah, but it's going to cover it up.
No, I just make it small. I've got an SLA printer.
Okay.
You guys crack me up sometimes.
Well, he's old, Chris. You got to explain things. He's old. He
Takes
can't
one
help
to know one. Tom Lama said, just posted a Taserface the Frown King update on Twitter. Done with the frustrations for today. That's all right, Tom. They'll still be waiting for you tomorrow, too.
They will be. They will be waiting tomorrow. Hold on. I got to go back to the freaking camera.
Murph is the Midwest Rip Rap Festival in Goshen, Indiana. It is I believe, the largest 3D printing event
strictly 3D printing.
Yeah. Martin said that he did the bear upgrade on a Prusa yesterday on a 6-hour stream. Had build the frame off stream, probably an 8-hour project. Good fun. Should have called it no, I'm not saying that. A bare ass alien.
Yeah. A bare ass alien. I thought about doing something different, but I want it to be respectful because I'm doing it for Alien 3D Josh. I'm not building it for him, but since I'm using his fillet, that way it'd be a good show off for him.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of parts on this friggin' Stargate, guys. It's a lot.
What is the parking situation at Murph if not staying overnight? Well, the parking situation at Murph itself, regardless of whether you're staying or not, the parking lot will get full, but they have a parking lot at the venue.
It's the fairgrounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Clint. Watching the videos, built a rip wrap, but extruder problems. What kind of extruder problems? What day is it? I had one of those moments where I was like, I have no idea what year it is. March 29th is the first day of Murph.
Hey, Glenn, this is where we look at Chris and goes, and so it begins.
And so it begins.
Welcome to the old man club, Chris. Welcome to the old man club.
Yeah.
What in the is wrong with this thing? It's perfect after the third layer. Can I show you what this looks like, Chris? Let me. And Glenn, maybe y'all got some insight into this because this is. Hold on. I'm gonna say it's perfect after the first. Come on, camera. Hello. It just does not want. There you go. Look at the layers on the bottom. And I say 3 layers. It's not 3 layers, but it's like they're squished down and then it straightens up and prints right.
Have you used that plastic before?
This is 3D Solutech silver. Yeah.
It almost looks like the bed's too hot.
You think so?
I don't know. I've seen that before. Like if I accidentally set one to like 70 or something like that and try PLA, I've seen it get kind of mushy like that on the bottom.
It's on 60. I mean, I can cut it down.
Yeah, I know. I would maybe give it a shot, but that's just first glance. I've seen that kind of mushroom and not stick when it was just a little too warm.
Kuntry 3D, I have your daughter cracking up. What do you mean I got your daughter cracking up? What did I say that was funny? Wait, just me talking? Hey, check this out. This is funny. You know, as y'all know, my daughter's in Ireland, right? She got together with some Irish people, and they all watched my stream the other day.
Turned it into an Irish drinking game?
Wait, my daughter gets on Facebook, and she goes, I had no idea Daddy's accent was that thick. I'm like, I don't even have an accent. What the heck are you talking about?
What accent?
I have no idea. But yeah, because they were like, what is he saying? What did he say? I'm like, it is not that bad. Yeah, more subs from Ireland. I don't think so. They're in the 20-year-old range, and my show really doesn't do good with 20-year-olds.
Nerd Girl, the main extrusions are metal. All the yellow parts are printed. They're printed in Fun King 3D yellow PETG from IC3D.
Hello, Anderson.
Print settings. Nope. Printer settings. Nope. Filament settings. That's right. Right. Cooling. Fan speed, bridge speed, blah, blah, blah. Nope. It's in filament. There we go. First layer, let's make it, what do you reckon, 50? 50 degrees?
Yeah, just 10 degrees just to see if it helps any at all.
Which would be weird because I print everything at 60-degree bed. I mean, PLA-wise.
Well, I'm kind of, I'm wondering if maybe the thermistor got pulled away a little bit or something.
Well, no, I did that on the damn.
Darn.
Might be lying to you.
This ain't your channel.
Doesn't matter. Still
Chris, I'm sorry. I apologize for saying damn on your channel. But no, I did a PID tune I could have swore the other day.
Yeah, but if it was an incorrect reading on the thermistor, you would just PID tune it to a bad thermistor.
That could be true for sure.
Right? I mean,
yeah. Napping, yes, that was a Wanhao i3.
Later, red light. All right, so let's see here. Let's you know, and I guess if I'd have used this more often, I didn't know you could send directly from Slick 3R to your printer. Didn't know that.
That's the best part.
That's friggin' amazing. I love it.
You can also do that from Slicer.
I don't know what is this. What is this you speak of? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Nap and I completely understand what you're saying. I have not had a great time with that machine.
You know, I said I did a PID tune, but I didn't tune the bed. I only tuned the hot end. Let's try that. Send
Napping.
All right.
You said that IC3D can't be iced, so then Slicer can't be Slicer. Well, listen, I said IC3D wasn't iced because I got that from the horse's mouth. They said it's IC3D. I didn't choose it to be that way. So
every time I see the IC3D logo, I think of cupcakes. It's like cupcake icing. I don't know why. It's just, that's where my mind goes.
So what, Chris? What are you eating for supper tonight, man?
I think we're actually going to go out and get some Mexican.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I may talk to my wife. That sounds good.
Yeah, I had to work super early this morning, and we usually go have dinner on Saturday. So I stayed home last night so I could get up today, and then so I'm going to go out this evening.
Glenn, are you having pizza?
yeah, actually I am. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm on the Papa John's. I'm on the Papa John's app.
No, we all want cupcakes. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Man, this thing takes forever to cool down.
We went to, I don't even remember what we ate when we were in Goshen. I think we went to some wing place.
In Goshen?
Yeah.
I know everybody went out. I didn't end up going out. We went to Culver's.
Yes, we did.
Was that dinner? Was that dinner, Walter?
Yeah, that was dinner with me, you, and James, and your wife, my wife, your kids, and I think somebody else showed up too.
Yeah, I can't really remember. I was so tired. So tired.
All right, I'm gonna try to pull this off of here. I want you to see what this is doing. This is stupid.
Yeah, I'm not actively testing Clipper at the moment. I'm gonna have to get another 3D printer. That's all there is to it. Yeah, all that I've used it works fine. I mean, I really haven't found any flaws with it, but I've still got a whole bunch more firmware testing that I got to do.
I think I'm over extruding too. Let me check it.
I over extrude if I eat too much greasy food.
Log V2. I have to say, I don't want to say too much because there's going to be a really funny video about it. But Log is currently working better than it's ever worked before. I am actually pretty impressed with it.
Best log ever.
Best log ever. Until I do the fully 3D printed frame, and then that will be the best log ever. Only it will be called something else. And I've been toying around with names. I think I'm going to call it the Ryle 3. Only we're just going to call it. We're going to put a 3 in Riley just to annoy people.
we can do that. Do. All right.
Log in the fire. No. Oh, no.
Putting a log on the fire. You know, if you dance in the stream, somebody will turn it into a meme.
I saw that. It was an excellent meme, by the way.
It was quite impressive. I didn't know I could dance like that.
Yeah, it was good. Awesome. I'm glad the rearm video helped. It's great to hear that people watch the videos and they're actually good for something, because they're a real pain to make. But I enjoy it. The Force Awakens. There are so many Star Wars movies, I can't even keep track of them all. TK, I am kind of lost without a printer on the desk. I should go get one.
I only got about 13 minutes left to play with it.
We're almost done.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom said, "Come on, Chris, dance." Dare you?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it for very long, and he'll get very creative.
Send it to the printer. Yeah, because this is crap. I think I'm over extruding. The bed was too hot, and I also did I even turn that on?
Walter can sing for me.
What?
No, if you want me to bust a move, you just got to go watch the video.
That's right.
It was funny because I was talking about the axis going offline, off, and he used that.
Yeah. I figured that's what you were trying to explain.
I said it needs music behind it. Do you ever see there's a YouTube video, a guy made a song out of like 5 of the seasons of Breaking Bad. I'll see if I can find it.
I've never seen that one.
I said it would have been the perfect music behind it.
Big Steve, so the ticket is free. You don't have to have a ticket to attend Murph, but they won't guarantee that you will get a lanyard with your, with your card on it.
If you're not pre-registered, if you don't have a ticket, you will not get a lanyard, and you will not get tacos.
Yeah,
but they won't stop you from coming in. All right, here's the I'm gonna post the link to this video in the chat. That's the one, and it does have some language in it. Just so you know, I mean, it's Breaking Bad after all, but that's the song that I think would have been like, I was listening to that in the background while watching the video, and it was making me laugh hysterically. And what was really funny was Tom actually reached out to me and said if I was offended by it, that he would take it down. And I tried to explain to him again that I don't get offended.
Which video was this? Was this your video?
Yeah, me dancing.
I got you. Hey, they did one of me like way back when I first started. I did one, and they got me. So yeah, I tried to warn you.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I take it as a compliment. He would take that kind of time to do such a thing. I was kind of hoping it would go viral so I could, legitimately be famous.
There you go.
Put yourself on the internet and you've asked for it.
Pretty much.
Scott Hackmonkey said the thing to do is print up your own, and I think it's supposed to be lanyard, but he put lawn yard.
Lawn yard? Oh, that's a better first layer. Now I just got to work on the rest of them.
You underestimate the amount of time Tom Llama has to pull these shenanigans.
So did that help at all, Walter?
What's that?
Did that help at all?
I can't tell. I've stopped it after the first layer the past 2 times. Here, I can show you those layers.
I want to get one of Chris Riley doing a slow-mo hair swing.
This was the first one I tried to cool down, and it just they look like crap.
Yeah.
How many layers is that?
That's one. And then this one made it to the second layer, but it looks better. Just
it looks like your nozzle is too close.
Yeah, it looks a little too close.
I know, and I keep moving it up in the firmware. I've moved it up like 0.05 so far.
Make sure the bed is really clean.
The bed is really clean.
Do you have anything stuck in EEPROM?
What do you mean?
On the Duet setting in EEPROM?
On the Duet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just reflash the whole thing though, don't you?
Yeah, when you hit save, it's your config changes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. So
Nerd Girl, this printer is the FK1, but the name of it is Groot. All of my printers are named after Marvel characters, mostly Guardians of the Galaxy characters. This is Groot, and my Prusa is Baby Groot, because Baby Groot printed Groot.
Oh.
The first name in 3D printers. A name you can trust. I would be terrible at doing a 3D printer commercial.
That link is broken. Paste again. The YouTube link is broken. Here, I'll just put the tail end of it. Usually it doesn't. Usually YouTube doesn't mess with other YouTube links, but once in a while it throws an extra character on the end. So that's the video.
Chris can't dance. Yeah. You got that right, buddy.
It's just like 2 minutes of you just standing at the desk with music in the background.
There's some streams. It's happened to me a handful of times, and you would have to have way too much time on your hands to go find these moments. But there has been occasion where people will say, do facial expressions. Like raise one eyebrow or weird things like that. And I'll do it just to entertain them, But if you put a montage of all this together, hilarious.
Andy Ackley, you need to get 100 subscribers.
Well, that's how you register a name on YouTube. But like if he's trying to change his username, that would just be through your Google account.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, you piece of crap! Print.
Play Death, was that you? I remember somebody said their girlfriend wanted to see it. I don't know what about the eyebrow raise.
TK thinks that we need a Chris dancing to Safety Dance. I love that song. So I'm gonna tell this lovely story because you guys don't get to travel with me in the car, but every time that we take a road trip, I have a playlist on my Spotify that I play, and it's songs more from my generation than anything, but it's stuff that my wife and I like to sing along to, and I can't sing. I openly admit that I have a terrible singing voice, and it drives the children nuts. And some of them I really get into. It's so much fun, and they get really annoyed.
Awesome. Yeah, pausing the videos. It doesn't matter what video it is. If you pause it, you get an awesome facial expression. I do that quite often just for fun. The Chris
Riley thermal runaway safety dance.
I like that one. That's good.
You can burn if you want to.
Hello, how are you? I like it. I love it when people say hi, or like, oh, I'm listening on the TV or whatever. Hey, and my wife says, hey. I love that. I think it's hilarious.
Well, but that's the coolest part about live streams is the interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want, but when you can actually talk to somebody, and interact with them, it's just all that much better. But I told you guys, these streams have ruined me watching your videos because you guys will do something in your video and I'll be like, no, or you'll ask a question and I'll answer it. And I'm like, recorded video.
I do the same thing. If I watch you as a streamer, I treat your comments like the chat. So if you notice the comments I leave, it's because I'm reacting to it like I was just talking to you.
Like it was just right then.
Right.
I swear. Oh man. Slowly but surely. That was better. I did a baby stepping up, and it looks better.
Good.
So I'm moving it in firmware because I don't want to have to baby step every print.
Yeah. How much did you end up baby stepping it?
0.15 millimeters.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous because I did the bed level and I did the nozzle setting right before we started streaming today. Matter of fact, I think I was still doing it whenever Chris yelled at me the first time.
Imagination Deformed said taser face, chuckles. Where did that come from? I mean, we haven't talked about taser face in like 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't remember if I named that printer Taserface after it became such a pain, or if I named it Taserface like from the beginning and that jinxed it. I don't know. I can't remember. So I named the CR10S Ant-Man because it's black and red, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then the CR20 is Wasp. But then comes the question, do I start to recycle names? Because like the Robo is Drax, but the Robo is leaving. I've given the Robo away. I mean, it's here now, but as soon as I can get it set up right for him and train him how to use it, then it's leaving. But then do I retire that name or do I move that name to another printer eventually?
I think you got to retire it.
You think there's like just a one-time shot? I'm going to run out of names eventually.
Nah. Just branch into the DC universe.
No, unheard of.
It won't go there, huh?
That's even worse than calling it Slick 3R.
What? We didn't have, it wasn't Marvel characters, it was something else. The first place I ever worked, now it's just, the servers are just, blank names, miscellaneous characters that actually mean something. But what fun is that? But
yeah, that's not geeky enough.
Yeah, but they were all sorts of different characters. I don't remember what the theme was. That's been too long ago.
Yeah, years ago, all my computers were named after Simpson characters, and that was fun. Like mine was Homer, and I had Bart and Lisa. Were my two side computers and stuff. Mr. Burns was our server. It was like this, and then I finally got my dad a computer and got my dad on the computer. Well, my dad, for those of you who don't know, my dad was a recovering alcoholic, so I named his Barney. So then I can't even remember who released them. I don't know if it was Hasbro, but somebody released these interactive Simpson characters that you could plug into play sets and they would talk.
Yeah, I remember those.
They have like a chip in them.
Yeah.
So I got a character for everybody in the house that had a computer. I got the character that matched their computer. This was my father's. When he passed away, I recovered this. It was still on his computer, some like 20 some odd years later, it was still on his computer desk.
Wow.
So, yeah, like I made all the wallpapers to be the character. So he had Barney as the wallpaper on his computer. And in fact, if I remember right, it was him standing there like it had a visual belch coming out of his mouth. I'm like, that's perfect. So,
well, gentlemen, it is 6:01.
Let me answer this question real quick. Nerd Girl, no, the bed is not warped. And not only that, it has auto bed leveling. It uses a bed mesh, and I upped the number of points today. So it checks now like 200 points. So it ought to be doing this along with the bed if it was warped. So anyway, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, it is time. That is our 2 hours. And it's always a quick 2 hours. But I will let you guys do your goodbyes, outros first. Whoever wants to go. Walter's fixing something. So
first, Mark Greco said, "Do you guys have wives?" Mine asks me if I want to be married to my hobby. I do have. Well, we're all married, but yeah. So all right. Anyway, I am Glenn from Fun King 3D, and we are a father and son channel that does electronic projects and 3D printing projects, and build really great big printers. That is going to be at the Gainesville Mini Maker Fair this coming Saturday. We are excited to be there. If you are in the Central Florida, Northern Florida area, definitely check that out. And of course, we will be at Murph in just 5 weeks.
Yep.
Walter's down there dancing, but he's not on the big screen, so it's not going to be useful. And I can be found anywhere at Fun King 3D.
Oh, and I'm Walter, Kuntry 3D. And if you're not a member of my channel, then come on over. We'll chat, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times a week, most times. Looking into doing some more interviews on my Wednesday nights and competing with Neary's for his view time. But we do projects, we build printers, we mess printers up, we tear them down, we do all this stuff, and we make sure that we are really good friends with the Chris Riley so that we can learn whatever it is that we don't know already about 3D printing. Anyway, that's me.
Alrighty. Uncle Ron, no. Colin, I don't think Colin has any plans of coming this year. He's been super busy lately, so I will be flying by myself. Anyway, I am Chris Riley. Thank you for coming today to the stream. These Sunday streams are always fun. We can just kind of do miscellaneous stuff as we see fit. Nice, easy hangout. Get to hang out with Walter and Glenn. If you are not subscribed to Glenn or Walter, their links are in the description below. Please check out their channels. Hopefully, if you're here hanging out with us, you're subscribed to me. If not, I'm on YouTube. Yeah, thanks for everybody for coming. That's another edition of the Sunday stream. So we'll probably see. I don't have anything going on for next week, so I'll probably be here next Sunday, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, I'll be hosting next week, I believe.
Yep, Walter will have it next week. It will be funcountrybasement.com is where you can check for the updates.
There you go. Perfect. Thanks, everybody. Love y'all.